This is the bowler's quick draw, competition, score sheet and total sheet. It's made up in two sections. Section 1 ranges from Team 1 to Team 32 with a total sheet at the end, and then another Section 2 which ranges from 33 teams to 64 teams with a total sheet at the end of that. Now I've already put the date in, the club competition, where it's being held, and the first two skips drawn out of the hat with their opposition team numbers. Now in the coloured areas, you don't change or add or delete anything in the coloured areas because they're automatically adjusted as the scores come in. So just going through the coloured areas, you have the margin, then the total margins, you have the total ends one, then the margins and ends one together, and then the total win draw points, which the total win draw points and the margin and ends are added together, and you get a overall score at the end. So if we got the first round scores coming in, so Team 1 had a win 18-16, so it was a margin of 2, and they won 12 ends. Team 2, their first round, they had a draw 14 all, so there's no margin, and they won 11 ends. Back to Team 1, second round, they had a loss. Which gives a negative margin, and then they won 9 ends. Team 2, they had a win. And they won 12 ends. Now you can see as I put the scores in, the coloured areas were automatically adjusted, so that Team 1 overall has points of 16 and Team 2 has the points of 32. So if you had the 5 rounds, you just keep putting the scores in until all the rounds are finished. If we go down to the total sheet, you'll see here where Al Smith, he had 1 win, which is 3 points. So the total win points over here. Then they had a negative margin, and then ends 1, 21. So that when you take the margin away from ends 1, it gets 13, and then you add the win points, makes it 16. So that's all automatically adjusted itself. So you do not change anything in the coloured areas. It's automatically changed with what you do up above. The only thing you do down here is put the date in. So that's basically how the score sheet works. Now with round robins you play more than 5 rounds. So the way to get around that is you make, say for argument's sake there's 8 rounds. Well, you'll change the 2 into 1, so you have 2 1s, you'll have 2 2s and so forth, and the skip will be the same. You'll have the first 2 games will be actually the same skip, and then at the end you add the 2 scores together, and that allows you to have more than 5 rounds. And you'll see if we go down to the total sheet, it's been adjusted here where Al Smith is taking up 2 lines, and you add the 2 scores together. So that's the way you can get around if you're having more than 5 rounds, and basically that's the bowler's quick draw score sheet.